father was present, which I was shocked about. And they had 11 children. Already on the fact that there's 11 kids in the house is telling me that you living in the projects. That's saying a lot to me. The father can't keep his ass up off of the mama. Okay, we broke. The broke people should not be allowed to fuck. I said it, goddammit. If you ain't got no money, you can't fuck. I just got in from work trying to get my YouTube videos in, y'all, because I told you I be working like a mug because I gotta work now. I'm an old independent woman. Young Thug, he's sorry, y'all. Leave him alone. He's sorry. He done lost everything, girl. He done lost everything. Leave him alone, y'all. He okay. Listen, there's nothing more that you hussies can do to him that he hadn't already done to himself. Big Bank fell short on some things. Number one, that interview shouldn't have been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Ain't nothing in that interview was worth 2 hours and 45 minutes. Who the fuck is the editor? A lot of that was unbearable. Okay, and I understand Big Bank wanting to give him the opportunity to tell his story, but I don't know. It was kind of like, when what the baby gonna do? I took some notes. I would say the first part of the interview, because it was way too long. The people don't have 2 hours and 45 minutes to give to what they consider the downfall of Atlanta. Because Atlanta has been on the map as far as hip hop for the last 20 years. Okay? And I really think that this Young Thug situation is really a detriment to Atlanta rap. But anyway, and then he was twitching like he had to pee. What the fuck? It was like them perks was biting his ass like yow, 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 yow. Cause them perks be having them junkies itching. Okay, his ass was in there tweaking. Them perks was biting his ass and he couldn't get whatever it was that was biting him up off of him. I was like, let this nigga go pee. Oh no, he ain't gotta pee. Them perks is biting his ass. Big Bank, why you ain't stipulate that he had to be sober? And Big Bank sitting over there with his glass of wine. Big Bank, put that shit down. So anyway, he goes into how he's explaining his mindset, his childhood memories, good and bad, never being allowed to cry or slow down. Okay, so anybody that I believe is suburban would maybe have a soft heart towards Young Thug. Okay, maybe their heart would be tender. But the rest of us who grew up in neighborhoods that didn't show us no mercy, what his story was no different than nobody else's. Y'all know I had to get the hell out of my house in a hurry, just like that. I didn't have time to cry and beg. I just had to snap and go. Okay? For real. His story was not touching me. Like, even when he was talking about how he saw one of his brothers die, like it was almost like a sense of entitlement. Like when he talked about how his aunt didn't want his mother and the children to come live in her house because their roaches was I don't know, cucarachas. Whatever roaches they had in the house, Young Thug held that against the aunt. Because he said, my aunt got roaches, but my aunt roaches is under control. Our cockroaches wasn't. So the aunt was like, don't bring them fucking roaches over here. Y'all roaches don't have no discipline. Kind of explain the dynamic of the family. He had his father around, which is crazy Like, it make me feel like, well, what was your father doing? Was he on drugs? Like, he didn't have no control over his kids. It was obvious that his father was not James Evans Sr. at all. His father was present, which I was shocked about. And they had 11 children. Already on the fact that there's 11 kids in the house is telling me that you living in the projects. That's saying a lot to me. The father can't keep his ass up off of the mama. Okay, we broke. The broke people should not be allowed to fuck. I said it, goddamn it. If you ain't got no money, you can't fuck. After this, he goes on to talk about the phone calls. What I received from it was a lot of jealousy. He was in his feelings because he was on the inside and everybody else was out there having a good time. He said he was in there for 3 years. And motherfuckers out there now thinking about thug. Why he think what he's saying is any different from any other hood? Niggas get locked up, be gone for 20 years. What he think the block gonna stop for him? That right there told me that maybe he not the dude in the streets that he think he is. I believe he was just a bad kid, but he is not street made because it's been ninjas that been locked up for years. Years. Lifetime sentences and didn't talk the way that nigga was talking. He was like, you gotta understand, I'm talking to my girl and Mariah the scientist, or Maria, whatever her name is, she dumped the fuck out of him. Oh, what? I've been sticking beside your ass this entire time and you got pictures of other bitches on the wall? He wearing dresses to get record sales. And this dumb bitch sticking beside him. Okay. In front of the camera, I think everybody just hating on our love. They want me to leave that man so bad. Until she heard the call where he was suggesting to another woman, let's have some cheering. She was in her feelings. What? I'm out here putting money on your books, bitch. Driving your kids to school. Taking your mama to the grocery store. Taking your granny to the pharmacy, bitch. And you telling another female we should have kids together? But it's all part of the game. That's what them niggas do in jail when they be bored. They tell random bitches, I want you to have my son, my next son. Young Thug Jr. Or the 15th. First of all, you in jail. The fuck? I'm not about to have no kids with you. You in jail. They don't even know if you coming home. Poor girl. Mariah girl, leave that ninja alone. Find an NBA player. NBA players solve all problems. I tried to listen to some more of it today, but it was just, oh my God. It was just unbearable. Because as the interview went on, it just sounded like he was talking in circles. And then this morning when I wake up, it's all these responses to what he was saying in the video or the interview. It was even times that Big Bank was like, whoa, what are you talking? I talked to blah, 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 and he said that there is no way that this happened because A, B, C, and D. So it's like Young Thug is continuing to lie. And I find in life, sometimes it's about a person's interpretation. It's not about what is reality, what is really happening. It's about how someone is interpreting what is happening. And that crazy motherfucker. He didn't do it right. But he did apologize to all you. Look, Atlanta, he's sorry. He ain't gonna do it no more. He ain't gonna do it no more. The young lady at my job was talking about the only way he need to just go somewhere and then come back out 10 years later, maybe not 10, maybe 3 years later with a gospel rap album. I was like, what? I don't mess with Young Thug like that, but the young lady was like, that diss album was trash. Everything I said about the men, I said to him in their face, you's a motherfucker. I know you ain't sit there and tell no damn Future that you having too many abortions. I know you ain't sit there and tell that grown man, you having too many abortions. You fucked up. You having a lot of abortions. I know you ain't tell that man that. Then he talked about 21 Savage for a while. Leave 21 out of this, and you know that's my man. Leave my man alone. I seen a picture of 21. He gained all that weight. I said, damn, 21? Them hips thick as shit. You might want to lose some weight, 21. Hey, you my man, but you look sexy as a motherfucker out there in Jamaica. I said, damn. 21 Savage is fat to death. Oh, girl, it's okay, girl. The married niggas get the best of us. The best of us. Girl. 21 Savage looks so thick and juicy. I said, damn. We sorry, y'all. Leave him alone. Don't make that man do something to himself, damn. You know he already be on them perks. He fuck around, take a couple of them perks, or one too many of them up. It's like he was lying. Because everybody was coming out the next day saying how this could happen when that happened. Just negating everything he was saying. Y'all, I gotta go pick up some more sherbet. Anyway, y'all. Did y'all see that interview? That thing was terrible. Atlanta, he's sorry. He's sorry, Atlanta.